Let us try to solve the problem number 2 in the part B of DBMS lab. The problem number 2 is as follows. We are supposed to create the two tables. The structure of it is given over here with the appropriate constraint. And we are supposed to execute the following queries. So let's start creating the tables first. I'm going to just copy the table structure here. So I'm going to use the Control C here, and I'm going to go to the Notepad++, and I'm going to select the language as SQL, and we are supposed to create a table. So I'm going to say create table, and I'm going to just paste this one. Give me some time so that I will adjust all the fields. So these are the fields which are required. So I'm going to just press enter here, just to make the room for all the fields here. So this is the table that we are supposed to create, and we start with the employee ID. I'm going to take all varchar only. So let's start with the varchar 2, and let's say you have the varchar, and let me say ID is 5 character, and I'm going to make it as a primary key because it's an employee ID. So let's assume that it is the primary key. And then we have the employee names. I'm going to use the varchar 2 here. And you can take any amount. I'm going to just take 15 here. If you want, you can take 20 or 25. Anything is okay. And I'm going to put not null here because they have specified in the question here that we are supposed to specify not null. So you can see that. So I'm going to use that not null. Let's use the email ID. So email ID could be very lengthy, but I'm going to assume that the email ID is going to be 25 because during the examination, I don't think so you will type a very lengthy email ID. And we have the address. So let's say varchar 2. Again, address, I'm going to just take 50 here, not 550 here. Now it can be 25 also because I don't think so. Again, you will type a very lengthy name there. And we have the phone number varchar 2. I'm going to take varchar 2 only because even though it is considered as the phone, but you know very well phone, we are not going to use phone for doing any calculation. So I'm going to just use the varchar here. This is followed by the, as usual, I'm going to describe this particular table, that is the employee master. Let's insert the records. Let's look at what they have said here. So they have said consider 3 employees. So it is mentioned here that consider 3 employees. Okay. So that means to say we are supposed to fill only 3 employees there. So I'm going to insert into my table, into my employee master, the following values. So I'm going to insert few values there. So which are the values that you can think of using? So first one is the employee ID. Remember, you have taken the employee ID as varchar. Now, if you take it as a number, it is well and good. If you have taken it as a varchar, just use the varchar. I'm going to use 101 as the employee ID. Suppose if you take this one as a number, then you don't need to put this single quote here, but I've taken it as this one. And then let's look at the name. Let's say Ravi is the employee name, and let's go with the next one. Then we have this employee email ID. So let's assume that Ravi at Gmail is the email ID. Then let's look at the next one, and the address. Let me take it as Udupi is my address, and This is followed by the phone number. I'm going to say 12345678890 is the phone number. Again, this is also character. By the way, I have not pressed enter here. This is coming in a single line. What I've done is I've used the word wrap so that it wraps around the text there. Let me use the control C and let's start with the next one. Employee ID is 102. Let's say this is Kavi, and let's say this is kavi at gmail.com, and let me take a few numbers here. This is 67. Okay, that's it. The numbers are been changed, and let me use a control V again. The employee ID is 103, and let me say it is Savi, and the Gmail ID is Savi at something. Let me take a few changes over here, 67 something. Okay, done. So we have so many things have been done. Let's go and let's say select star from employee master. So this is created. Let's look at the second one. What is that we are supposed to do? The second one, we are supposed to create this particular table. I'm going to copy paste this one over here, and let me put some enter sign here so that you can see it properly. So I'm going to create one more table. So I'm going to say create and I'm going to say table, and this is the attendance table. Let me first fix the field here, and you notice that month is actually reserved in terms of the oracle. So but you can use it as a field. Okay, so that's okay. So we have so many fields here. We fix one after the other. This is also done, and this is also done. And let's fill one after the other. Employee ID, I'm going to assume that the employee ID is same as what you have it here, and that is the varchar 5. This is the same thing. And also this there is a link between this employee ID and this employee ID. How do we establish the link between them? Is we are going to say references. So that is it, references, followed by the employee master. So this is it. Now this is enough, but I will going to go one step ahead, and I'm going to say inside this you have this employee ID. Now this statement what I've written, this particular inside this parenthesis EID is not required. This is not required when you have both the fields. See here, the field name is employee ID in the employee master. The field name is employee ID. In the attendance also the field name is employee ID. So if the same field is there in the primary key as well as in the foreign table, so in that case there is no need to exclusively specify the field name. So if this field name is same in both the tables, then it is not required that you need to put this field name here. With this also, just without this, that is if you just write employee master without this, it's going to work. Okay, but for brevity I've just used that thing. Now month, they have specified few things about this month. So what they have said here is the month can be between 1 and 12. That means to say there is a 2-digit number. So this is maximum 2-digit number will be there in the month. So I'm going to take this as a numeric, because they said the month is a number. So numeric, and I'm going to take only 2 digits. Okay, so 2-digit, and then they have put one constraint here. So what is the constraint that they have said is it must be within 1 and 12. So I'm going to say, I'm going to check this one, and I'm going to say the month must be between 1 and 12. Okay, so month between 1 and 12, that is the next one. Then we have the next field, and that is week of the month. So you have this numeric This is the month. So month is from January is 1, February 2, and up to December it is 12. Okay. Week of the month is in 1 month. Generally, you notice that if I'm going to just show you the, if it is possible, if Windows allows me to show that. Okay. If you notice over here, generally this is 1 week. This is 1 week. Okay, this is 2 week, 3 week, 4 week, and fifth week. There is going to be a fifth week, but fifth week is generally half of it. You won't get the full week here, but you will get the fifth week here. So we are all familiar that there are 4 weeks are there in a month. You get 4 weeks complete, 4 weeks you are going to get it. But fifth week, you're going to get it as half of it. So maximum in a month, you can get only 5 weeks. And that is what they have said. This number, week of the month, can be only 5. So this is going to be the first week. This is the first week. This will be the second week. This is going to be the third week, fourth week, and last one will be the fifth week. Even though the fifth week and first week may be half of it, but there is going to be 5 weeks there, and that is what they are saying, that week of the month cannot be more than 5. It must be less than or equal to 5. Actually, it should be more than 1, but they have not specified it. They specified it less than that. So I'm going to use that thing, whatever they have said. So let's start with the numeric. Okay, so I'm going to say numeric or number, whatever you say, number. Okay, this is one and the same. Even if you say numeric or number, it's not going to make any difference as such. So let me, should I take a numeric, because I started with the numeric. Remember, this is not going to make a difference. I don't want you to get confused. You can take this as a number or numeric. It's not going to make much of a difference in the Oracle. Okay. So instead of this, you can take it as number, because I started with the numeric. I'm going to complete with the numeric only. I don't want you to get confused. So instead of this, if you take number, one and the same. Okay, only one digit is there, 0 to 5, single digit. So I've taken it as single digit, and we need to check for the constraint. And what is the constraint? Check for the constraint is week of the month must be less than or equal to 5. That's the constraint that we have. And this is, if you are getting confused, what is this? This is how many hours that the person has worked in Monday. So during Tuesday, how many hours that person has worked? Wednesday, how many hours that person has worked? Thursday, how many hours that person has worked? Friday, how many hours? And Saturday and Sunday. So these are how many hours that particular person has worked during that day of that week. So in the first week, so if you take this first week, so in the first week you have Wednesday. Wednesday, how many hours that person has worked? Thursday, how many hours? Friday, Saturday, Sunday. This is the how many hours this person has worked. And you know very well, in a day, you have 24 hours. So that means if you write this 24, 2 digits will be there. So maximum you can work is 2 digit. So I'm going to take this one as numeric. Again, you can take it as number, but I have taken it as numeric. So I'm going to continue with the numeric. It is not going to make any difference in your program or in your database as such. So this is going to be not null. Okay. And you know very well, for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, this is going to be the same story. So I'm going to just copy this and paste it over here. Copy this and paste it over here. Make see to it that there is a space separation. So for every week, there are two, maximum 24 hours will be there, and this all of them are really required. So this is what you have created. Let's go with the description of the table. So I'm going to say description of the attendance, and then let's start inserting into this attendance table, and let's put some values. So that, and what are the values that we are supposed to do it? So this is what they have said here. Okay, so the attendance, for the record must be at least for 2 months. They said 2 months. Least we will consider least only. Least 2 months they have said. So I'm going to fix it for 2 months. But there is one minor problem with this. And what is this minor problem is here they have said consider only 3 employees. However, one of them says display the names of the employees who never attended the duty, that is, attendance not given. So there must be one employee for whom you should not add attendance. So this thing should not be added to one of the employees because there are only 3 employees. So we are left with adding only 2 employees. So that reduces back to 2. So totally 3 were there. Okay, out of which one should not get, so who has never attended. So they have given here is never attended. That means to say that we cannot put attendance for one of the person. So we are left with only 2 persons. And there is one other thing you must notice over here, and that is here in one of the question they said second and fourth week. So here you notice that this is the second week and this will be the fourth week. Okay, so you must be careful when adding those two things into consideration. So let's start with the addition. We start with the first one. We start with the employee ID, which is 101. Okay, done. And the month. So I start with the January. So month is January. Okay. Then second week they said week. So this is the month I have added. Then next one is the week of the month, and they said that there is somewhere they said second and fourth week. So we have to be careful that there must be at least a second week somewhere. Okay, and fourth week somewhere. Okay. Then we have how many hours this person has worked for Monday. So let's assume that this person has worked for 7 hours Monday. Tuesday this person worked for 8 hours. So this is for Tuesday. Okay. Then we have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and so on. So this is for I said Tuesday. For Wednesday he worked for 5 hours. Then he worked for 9 hours, let's say. And maybe Friday he worked for 6 hours, and Saturday he worked for 3 hours. Let's say, let's start. I'm going to just verify whether I've done all of them. So this is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and one comma, and Saturday. Okay, so this is there. So from Monday, from here I have to take. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So you must. And one more is the Saturday, and Sunday is also there. Let's assume that Sunday he didn't work. Okay. So this is Sunday. So here, so how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And you must check whether you have 7 here. So 2, 4, 6, 1, 7. I'm going to copy this one, Control C. And for the same employee, so this is for the month February, and for the week 4, I'm going to make the week as 4. Let's assume that this person has worked say 5 hours, and this person has worked for 4 hours. This person has worked for 6 hours. This has not worked for somewhere, and maybe Saturday he worked for 4 hours. Done. I'm going to copy paste again, Control C, Control V here. So this is for the employee, second employee 2, and this is for the second employee 2. Let me say month 1 and 2. 2 months I have successfully taken, and let's assume that this one somewhere. So this is the third week. I am not considering for the other. I have considered second week and fourth week. For him, I am going to take second week and third week. Okay, and we have to make some changes over here. So this is 6 hours. Some changes you make it as 8 hours, 4 hours. This is it's like child play. You have Fix some values there. Okay, so fix a few values here and there so that you don't get the same numbers. Okay, done. Let me say that this person did work here 0 somewhere. So that being done, let's select star from my table. So what is my table is the attendance table. So that is done. Let me first see whether I'm able to create the table here. Control C, and I'm going to log into my Oracle, and in that Oracle I'm going to go to the, so it is going to take some time for this one to log into the Oracle. And once I'm there in the Oracle, I'll go to the SQL workshop, and under the workshop shop I'm going to select SQL commands, and I'm ready to type the command now. Let me control V here and see whether I have some error or not. Let's try to create the table, and okay, the table is created. Let me describe the structure of the table. Remember, even though you are doing it here during the examination, it is better you show the display the structure of the table even if it is not asked. So this is the structure of the table, and then I'm going to insert few records there here. Okay, so 3 employees, assume that it's going to run. Okay, 1 row is inserted, 2 rows are inserted, 3 rows are inserted, done. And let me go here, Control C and Control V here, and I'm going to select all of them. So you have all of them being added, followed by the second table. Let me go here to the second table. I'm going to just copy this one whole thing, let's see, and Control A and Control V. Let me start with the first one. So see whether I am able to create the table when the missing keyword. What is the missing? Okay, where I think I have done somewhere 03. It is not saying where is that I missed the keyword. Okay, let's see. Let me come back and just check what is that I have not done. So references. Did I write references? Employee master, employee ID, month numeric, check month between 1 and 12. Okay, check where is that I have not missed the keyword. What is that it is saying? Where is the keyword now? Okay, I see that everything is proper, but let's start from here only. So the other way is when you are stuck with this kind of thing. Let me just run it and see whether I'm getting it in one. Okay, I'm missing keyword now. Now what to do over here is the option is see, I'm going to write this on drop table. See here, drop table, and the table name. I'm going to do it. See, this is a bad way of doing it, but you can achieve this result when you have the problem in the examination. So let's assume that up to here you have written properly. I don't know whether up to here the things. So remember, remove this comma. Only 2 fields are there. Select them and see whether you are able to create 2 fields. That means there is a problem before this. Okay, run it and then see. Okay, let me put this, remove this comma. Let's start with the one field. Okay, primary key column in the list. So it is no matching unique or primary key in the field. Should I? So what it is saying that varchar 5 references employee master, employee ID, no matching unique or primary key for this column list. So employee ID, let me go here. Oh, this is what I have done. See the mistake. I copied a wrong field. So this should have been when I selected it. So this is the problem. You see, this should have been emp ID. So I somehow when I selected it, I selected it as email ID. So that is the mistake. So this is the trick. When it happened, it's good. See, you start with one. Whenever you have the problem, you start with the one field. If that one field works, drop the table and add the second field and run it. So somewhere you will find that at one particular field it is not adding it. Fix that field. Okay, that is the trick that you can use during the examination. So you start creating one with the table with 111 field, and remember, once you create this field, you have to drop that table because the table is already there. Drop it, add the second field, drop it. At somewhere you will notice that it is not accepting one of the field. When it is not accepting one of the field, you know that that particular field is having some problem. Fix that and then run it. Let me run again. Okay, and now it is again saying me that this there is something wrong with the thing. So let me say write this one, drop table. So I'm going to say drop table, and why it is coming like this. Okay, drop table, and I'm going to just say attendance. See whether I'm able to fix one problem at a time. So I'm going to drop up to here. Okay, so this is it. Run here, table created. So that means drop it. So that means you are able to create drop the table and then add the second field. I'm going to I've cut pasted it. So I'm going to add the second field, Control X, and I'm going to do this one. Okay. Let me create the table again. Okay, missing keyword. Okay, check month between. What is that it is saying? So it is saying that month it is not able to accept the month. So let's look at this one. I think I have to put and here. Okay, so let me use that word and. Let me fix that word here also. Between 1 and, what is this? 1 and, it's not taking, and, okay, and okay, 12. Let's see whether it is taking 1 and 12. Let me use both of them and just run it. Okay, I will drop this table and then run it. Okay, table created. So that one word, see this, and I'm going to drop this table, and I think I don't have any problem. So when you do it during the examination, you may get a problem and then you can fix it. By now you know how to fix it. Put one field at a time and then run all of them, and you must be able to create that table. After that, let me go for the remaining part, and I'm going to just select it and then Control V it. Let me run it. This one describe the table. I have the table with me, and I'm going to insert one record at a time. So this one row is inserted, 2 rows are inserted, 3 rows are inserted, and 4 rows are inserted. All the rows are inserted, and I'm going to select all of them from the attendance. So that's done. With that being done, let's go ahead with the remaining part. I'm going to just press enter to make some spaces. So I have 2 tables being created. Let's go ahead and let's look at what is that I'm supposed to do it. So display employee name, email ID of all the employees. So first let me take only this part. Say that display. So display is select, and what they have said is display employee ID. So I have the liberty of making this copy paste. So this three things they have said: to display employee name, employee email ID. Okay, so from where are you going to get it? So I have not read the whole thing, but I'm just reading this part from the employee master. So these are there, you know very well, employee ID, employee name, email ID, they are there in the employee master. So this employee master contain employee ID, employee name, email, and so on and so forth. So you have to select from that only, obviously. And let's look at the condition of all the employees who are working on every Sunday. What is the meaning of saying who are working on every Sunday? So that means to say that where is this working on every Sunday? You notice that working on Sunday is coming here. Sunday, how many hours that person has worked. So this is a Monday, how many hours, Tuesday, how many hours. So where is this table? This is there in the attendance table. So now you have one problem. And what is that problem? You have to add one more table here, that is attendance. Okay, and what is, then you have to add the condition. So some conditions they have specified. What is the condition? Now the condition, before we go to the condition, because we are connecting this table with the other table, we are connecting these two tables, so their primary key, so this employee ID of this and employee ID of this, that is employee ID of the attendance and the employee ID of employee master, must match. That's the first condition. Let's go for the first condition. So I'm going to fix the first condition. So where, I start with the where employee master dot employee ID. So this, see, this is the problem. It first selecting email ID. So that time also it selected email ID. So I took that email ID. Okay. So then attendance master, and from the attendance we have this not email ID, the employee ID. These two must match. And what is the condition? The Sunday SU, what is this, Sunday hours, I think Sunday hours. So this is the Sunday hours. See, this is how many hours he has worked on Sunday. So Sunday hours must be greater than 0. So that is the meaning that this person has worked on Sunday. If the person has worked on Sunday, naturally, the person's, if you look at here, these two people have not, though this person has not worked on Sunday at all. So he is out altogether. So this Sunday, this person must have worked. So if that person has worked, then naturally their Sunday hours must be greater. And there is one other condition, and the other condition is working on Sunday, and the week is second and fourth. So that is what the week number. So look at this week number. Where is this week number? Week number is second and fourth. Okay, I think I'm going to get only one here, because if you notice over here, on the second week, this person has only worked on Sunday, but this person has worked on Sunday. If you notice here, Sunday is 5, worked on Sunday. If it is greater than 0, means if this person has worked on Sunday, but that week is 3. So I must get only one record, but it's okay. I'm going to put the and condition. And what is this one? So week of the day must be in these two values. So which are these two values? In 2 and 4. So in other words, what is the meaning of it is, so if I just put some space here, will it come here? Okay, so I've just made some spaces here so that you can see it here. So week of the day must be in this 2 and 4. So in other words, this must be either 2 or 4. 2 or 4. This is not included because it is not the 2 and 4. So either second and fourth. Only 2 weeks are allowed. So this is in the third week. So naturally it will not come in there. So assume that my query is proper. I'm going to just control C it and come here and control V it and just run it. Let's see whether I'm able to get it. Okay. What is this? Unambiguously columns are defined. Oh, I think I put some extra tabs and other things. So let me pull out all of them. So week is in 2 and 4. That part unambiguously columns are defined. So what is the meaning? Oh, employee ID. So this is a problem. We have the employee ID, employee name, and all are there. So I'm going to just make this part employee ID, control C it here, and I'm going to paste control C dot. The problem is there are employee IDs both in the attendance as well as in the what is that employee master. So both of them have the employee ID. Now it's going to get confused as to which employee ID should I take, from the attendance or whether from the employee master. So I'm saying here is you take it from employee master. So let me control C it over here and select it and control B it and then run it, and let's see whether I'm able to do it. And you notice that I've already told you I'm going to get only one person because you notice the reason. So if you have noticed the reason there, this particular thing, if you look at this attendance, control C it from here, and if you look at this attendance, if you look at this attendance, you notice that only one person is qualifying. Only this record is going to qualify here, and where that person has worked on Sunday, and this is in 2. Here this person has not worked on Sunday, even though the weeks are 2 and 4. That person has not worked on Sunday. So naturally you will not get it. This person has not worked on 2 and 4, even though he has worked on Sunday. This is not allowed. Okay, that being done, let's look at the next thing over here. So let's go here and let's look at what is the next part. What is the next part? Okay, display total hours worked for each employee in the month with the employee ID. So few things in each month and employee ID. So let's look at these few things. First of all, we need employee ID. So let's start with the select. They said employee ID must be there. I will start with the employee ID, not the email ID. The email ID is coming first. Okay, so employee ID, and let's say month. Remember, month is there in the other table. Look at here. Employee ID is there in this one as well as here. Month is there in this table. Okay, so that problem is there. Okay, so let me fix this employee ID. Otherwise, it may say that you are using unambiguous field. So employee master, employee ID, I'm going to take. And then they said the total hours worked. So next one, total hours worked. So what is the meaning of saying total hour? Add all of them. So Monday, how many hours he has worked? Tuesday, how many hours he has worked? Wednesday, how many hours he has worked? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, how many hours this person has worked? All these thing has to be added. So this is what is required, and they said the total. Okay, so every month, remember, if there are two entries are there for a month, remember, if you look at here, even though I have added, let me run this one, even though I have added month 1, only one entry is there, second week entry is there, month 1. So look at here, this month is November. In this one entry will be there, like this one entry will be there for the first week. So you notice that okay, so this first week, it is second written here. This is second week, same month November, second week, same month third week, same month fourth week, and same month 5 weeks will be there. So in 1 month for the November, the month number is 11. So this is November here. So month number is 11. There are 4 weeks will be there. So you have to add all of them. First week, what is the total? Second week, how many? So first week, you might have worked for 40 hours. Second week, you might have worked for 30 hours. Third week, you might have worked for 60 hours, and so on. So and so on. So add all of them. You get the total. Okay, so add this also, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, this, add them in a week, how many hours he has worked, plus all the 5 weeks, you are going to get it. So in 1 week, how many? Monday, Tuesday, so this is for 1 week. So this you notice this is the week number 2. This is add all of them. So week number 2, how many he has worked. Same month, week number 3, how many he has worked. Same month, week number 4, how many hours he has worked. So for all the 5 weeks, you add them, and then for one full month, you keep all the records. So for the first week, he might have worked for so like for the first week, he might have worked for 25 hours. Okay. For the second week, he might have worked for 30 hours. For the third week, he might have worked for 40 hours. Okay. For the fourth week, he might have worked for say 45 hours. For the fifth week, he might have worked for say 24 hours. So then you total all of them. So you total all these values. So total you add all of them, you get this sum of all this. So this is also sum. So how did you get 25? So Monday, how many hours he has worked? Tuesday, how many hours he has worked? Wednesday, how many? Thursday, how many? Friday, how many? Saturday and Sunday. So this you add all the weeks, you add, you get 25. Similarly for the others. So you have to sum everything plus the sum of that. So double summing is there. Sum, let me make it in capital. So sum, again, it is not case sensitive, so you can do this one. Sum, so this is for Monday, how many years worked? Where is this one go? Tuesday, how many hours he has worked? Wednesday, how many hours he has worked? Thursday, how many hours he has worked? Friday, how many hours he has worked? Saturday, how many hours he has worked? And finally, Sunday, how many hours he has worked? I'm going to give a name here, that is the sum. You can give anything. Sum. I think I have an issue with the capitals. Okay, sum. Okay, can give any. This is a field name, sum. Okay, from the two table. Let me fix that two table. One is the employee master and attendance table. So that is this. Where what is the condition? Where the first condition is obvious one. I'm going to steal that one from here. Employee IDs from both the table must match. So that part is there. Obviously it is there. Okay. And the next part is how can I get this one? Now, if you do this one, when you use the, see, whenever you are using this kind of aggregation function, generally you are supposed to go for grouping. So we are going to group them together. So remember, the when you create this table, even though this looks very nice, okay, 101, 101, and then 102, 102. Okay, in reality, 101 may come, then 104 may come, 108 may come. So they may add it randomly. It is not that they will always add in the same order. So the things, they may go with the different order. In that case, we have to first of all group the employees first. How can I group the employee first? So group this employee using their employee ID. That is one thing. Then we have to group with respect to the month. Otherwise, what is going to happen is, see here, see 1 month, only one entry is there, but generally the second, the third week may be there, fourth week may be there, and so on. It may not come one after the other. So we have to group them together so that it appears properly. So let's go ahead and let's me group them. So how can I group them? I'm going to group them first using the employee ID, but if I use the employee ID, I've already shown you that it is going to say that it is ambiguous, because employee ID is there in the employee master as well as attendance master. Both the tables has this employee ID. So this field is there in both the tables. So when it is there in both the tables, you have to exclusively specify which is this table. So first I'm going to group them using the employee ID. Then I'm going to group them using the month. So let's say whether I am able to achieve the result. So let me select it, and I'm going to go over here and paste it. Let me run it. and missing keyword, oh, group, sorry, I missed this group by, the word group by, so that's the syntax, group by. Okay. Group by has to be there, no? Let me run it, and so this is it. So one employee, even notice that, so one employee, what is the total? Okay, group by one employee in the month one, this is 1 month, 38 hours he has worked. Second employee for the January, this, for the February, this, for the, so, okay, so don't get confused. Okay, 2 time how it has come. This is for the month of January. This is for the month of February. Similarly, for the month of March, and so on and so forth. So totally hours. So you add all the totals for January, how many hours he has come. For example, in the month of November, how many hours he has worked. So you have to total all of them. So in the entire month, 4 weeks were the 5 weeks were there. Total of that is going to show it here. Okay, so that is the total. Okay, so how do you get 1 week total? 1 week total is you sum them. This is 1 week total, second week total, third week total, and so on. Then finally sum of all of them, and then put it over here. You're going to get the sum of sums. That is what you have done. This is the sum of 1 week, and then sum of all the weeks within that particular month. Let's go ahead with the next one. So this is then display the total attendance. What is this one? Okay. This particular, this part is done. Okay, total work for each one. This is done. I've already done. Display the names of the employees who never attended the duty so far. Okay, so what is the meaning of that? So the display. So look at here. If this person is there, so if I just use the select a star from here, is a select a star from the attendance. So let me just show it over here. Control A, Control V, and then I'm just run it. Now this, suppose if you notice that employee number 103 is not there. I'm going to show you the employee thing over here. Let me, why it is coming here? Okay. Control C. I'm going to just paste it here because I'm using the edge here. I'm going to get some problem. Okay, so edge here. I think I'm connected to the internet. Okay, let's see. Okay, and I am not interested in this part. I'm only interested in this part. I'm going to just get these two things over here. I need a few tables there. Okay, where is the table? First of all, I have this table employee master. This table should be there. Okay, this is one table. I want to show the data of this particular table. I want this for my explanation purpose. So I'm going to just copy this one, Control C, and then paste it over here, and then get it. Okay, and the attendance. Where is this attendance? ATT attendance. Okay, I'm going to just show you the data of both of them. Okay, now let's come back to the story here. What is that they are saying is employee who has never attended the duty. Attendance is not given so far. Okay, so what is the meaning of it here is you notice that there is this employee number 3, and that employee is Savi. You notice that employee number 3 is there. But if you, this is in the employee master. So in the employee master, this employee is there, 103. But if you go to the attendance here, so if you go to this attendance thing over here, 103 is missing. You notice that person is not attending at all, even though that person's name is there. So it is like a student has registered for BCA, but he has not attended, he or she has not attended any classes. So attendance is not there, marked there. So that means he has not come for any of the classes. So that is not, so if it is not there in this list, if it is not there in this list, show me the, that is what they are saying, show me the person who is not attended anything. So first of all, let me go here and let me select all the employee ID, not email ID. It's why it is email ID is coming. Okay, from my employee from my not employee, the attendance register. Okay, from the attendance register, I'm going to get all the employees. Okay, so if you go here and if you run this one, I'm going to just get. So you notice that this employee ID is there. So this employee number 101, 102, 103, and now if you want to, I can even type a unique. Let me type it there. So if you want, I can even type a unique. Okay, unique employee ID, so that I can only get the unique IDs over here. Okay, so otherwise you'll get confused. Two times why it has come, sir, you will say. Okay, these two employees are only there, only their attendance are there, and it's obvious. Okay, you notice that for the attendance, only these employees are there. They are coming regularly, but the employee number 3 is not coming. Now, if this is, if you just look at here, if you find a employee number which is not there in the attendance, then that person is a culprit, and that is what they are asking. Find the culprit who has not attended or who has not worked at all, so who never attended the duty so far. So how do I find that person? Now I'm going to display the name of that person. Maybe if you want, you can even display the employee ID also of that particular person. Okay, so but I think they have set name only. Only name is enough. So let's start with the name story. So select okay, emp underscore name. Where is this name? Okay, select the name. From where can you get this one? You can get it only from the employee master. Okay, where okay, where this employee ID, remember the idea is this person's employee ID, you know very well, this person's employee ID, the culprit who is here, who is this culprit, this person who is this culprit is 103. This culprit's number is not there in this list, is not there in this list. In other words, is not there in this list. How did you get this list 101 and 102? Is I used this query. So this is a subquery. So I'm going to get this one. So whose employee ID, okay, is not in my subquery. What is my subquery? Select all of them. So this one. So when I select this statement, so I just copied this one. Select unique from this. So when I select unique, I get the person who are really working. These two persons are already, they are attending, they are working on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, they are working. These two persons are working, but there is one lazy person who is not working. So I want to find, so take this ID, okay, take this ID and find out whether it is not there in this list. If it is not there in this list, so how do you get this employee ID list? Is this, you know very well. To get the employee IDs, you uniquely get this employee ID. So if it is not there in this list, you just say that this is the culprit, and you know very well. In our case, the culprit happens to be 103, and the name is Savi. So let's go ahead and let's get this Control C, and let's see whether we are able to run this particular query. And you notice that Savi is not there. Savi, that is employee is 103, is not there in the list, and naturally Savi has to be blamed. Let's look at the next one. Display the employee name, month, week, total hours worked. So many things. I'm going to get one after the other: employee name, month, week, and total hours worked. So let's get all of them one after the other. I'm going to, I have not read the, you know very well, I have not read the whole thing. So select employee name. I think EMP name was there. Employee name. Okay, get one after the other. Employee name, month. Month was there. And what else was there? So month. Week, that is week of the day. Where is this? Week, W, week of the month. So that is there. And then they said the sum of, did they say? Total hours worked. Okay, so total hours worked. How do you get this total hours worked? I have already done it. I'm going to copy paste this one. Total hours worked. So total hour, I think I will put it in comma. A total hour works. Remember again, I have typed one after the other. So don't, I have not pressed enter. Okay. So can you just say total hours? Yeah, hope you know very well. This is the title. This is the field name that you're going to get it. Okay. I'll just show you the trick. Okay. So you notice that the EMP name is come. So what if I write here after this EMP name? What if I type Udupi? Will is going to Udupi. I type this one. What is going to happen? Okay, you see that this field name is Udupi now. Can you see there? So if I remove this, it's going to show the original field name. What was the original field name? Sorry, I will run the whole thing. What was the name? EMP name. So if you don't want the field name to appear here, after field name, just put anything you can put it there. XYZ also, if you put, it's going to come. Okay. So if you run this XYZ and if you run it, it is going to come as XYZ. So this is what I have done. Otherwise, what is going to happen is it's going to show you this MRH plus TRH plus and so on, plus, and so I don't want, it's going to be irritating. So I want to show a beautiful field heading as hours worked. Okay. So from, you know very well, employee name is coming from employee master. So I'm going to say this is employee master. And you know very well, month, week, and MHR, all these things, all of them are coming from this attendance table. So you need two tables. I have not read the whole question, but I know up to here I have to come. Now let's look at the thing. Okay, who have total hours more than 20 in a week? Okay, so because you are taking both of them, if you are taking this both of them, we will put the first where condition. What is the where condition? We have already done this. Employee master employee ID. In the employee master employee ID must be same as this one. So when you have two fields, what is the meaning of that is, see, this number 101 must match from the attendance table. Okay, must match with the 101 of employee master. So in other words, employee master employee ID must match with the attendance employee ID. So these two must match. Okay, so that is the condition is required. When you have two tables, you are not left with any other choice. And what is the condition? And this total, whatever you are calculating, you have said you are calculating this total, what you are calculating, what they are saying is not update error. Okay, so this is what they are, so what is the question? What they are saying is it must be greater than 20. It must be greater than 20 per week. That must be greater than 20. So this is simple as that. It must be greater than 20, greater than or equal to, did they say greater than 20, more than 20 in a week? Okay, so let's select it, control C it, and let me paste it here, control A, control V, and just see whether I can run it. And all of them, I think, see, all of them have greater than 20. What to do? Okay, Kavi Ravi is there, but you know very well, Savi is not there because Savi never worked naturally. So Savi is not there. I'm going to just pull out one and just show you, or I'm going to pull out Ravi from the month of 2. So just this is extra thing. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to target this 101 second month. I'm going to remove this one and say work for 0 hours, works for 2 hours, works for 0 hours. I think this is not going to work. Go beyond. Okay, work for 1 hour. Okay, done. I will just apply the changes. Okay. If you notice that I have just pulled out this person out. So this, if you add this, this 2, 2, 4, it is not going to go beyond 20. So 101 for the month of 2 is out. I made changes just for the demonstration purpose, not for this. So I have to get this. Ravi will go from the, I hope so. One of them, I don't know, Ravi or Kavi or whoever it is going to go. So I'm going to run it again. And you notice that Ravi is gone because I have reduced it to less than 20. So this is it. Total hours worked must be greater than 20, and you notice that it has beautifully come total hours. So where did I get this total hours? Because I have written total hours here. So beautifully I have written total hours here. That is why it is showing total hours. Otherwise it would have shown, just to show you the thing, what will happen if you remove this total hours from double quotes. What will happen? You notice you are going to get the result, but it's going to show you this full expression. This expression you notice over here, that's going to show it here, and it looks really ugly. So I'm going to just put it back, and I'm going to just run it so that it looks beautiful. That's all they have asked for. Okay. Thank you for your interest. We will meet again in the next session.